Nairobi.
The recent spate of bold attacks by goons in broad daylight is a worrying trend. The political class appear to be on a competition to outwit each other on who can unleash terror against the other, yet in the process are creating a monster that threatens national security. But just how does it start? Well, Alan Ochanda unpacks the metamorphoses of goons right from innocent discharge of security services that end up as criminal gangs.
The country has been treated to a worrying trend of brazen attacks by goons, not just on elected leaders but innocent civilians, the media, and at times even the clergy. What worries even more is the boldness with which they operate.
It may start very innocent, both in terms of intent, both in terms of numbers. There are fewer people, you hire them, they heckle others, you hire them, they throw a few stones, they engage in a little scaring, a little violence. But then it grows, and it may morph into something big.
Political leaders stand accused of the recruitments, and their role is to cheer their masters while they keep an eye on any dissenting voices. For them, order is alien. They suspend peace at the slightest provocation. The menace isn't unique to any specific political outfit, but almost all players want to outmaneuver opponents. Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, for instance, has on several occasions come under attack by armed goons both in public rallies and also in church. During the launch of his party DCP last year, it was a goons contest. The Linda Mwananchi faction of the ODM party was also forced to reroute from Kisumu 2 months ago when they got wind goons had been planted right outside their facility. The latest incident being the brazen attack on Vihiga Senator Godfrey Osotsi in Kisumu 2 days ago.
The danger that we are courting is of a failed state. This is how Haiti morphed up, started the way Kenya is starting. And what is worrying is that this is happening 15 months to the general election.
But we all know how Mungiki started. We all know how these other vigilante groups and the militia, how they started, all of them. The Bangladesh, the Mozambique in Western. There are many, the Taliban. They start sometimes on a very small scale, sometimes street-based, sometimes estate-based, but then they become big.
Electioneering periods are the peak for goons. Activities are many, but the question that lingers is what happens to the groups immediately the campaign periods end.
It starts like this. If it is not controlled, it will spiral up. The same leaders who are using these goons will not be able to control them. We stare into a possibility of a country where youths will just knock doors into people's homes and demand food. That will now be crime, but we have courted them. We have conceived them.
Despite the backstopping with security apparatus, they also stand accused of either working in cahoots with them or covering them up. They start as ordinary security services providers and then turn into goons, crafting their own structures that border on criminal enterprises. If left unchecked, can easily outrun the country's security apparatus. Alan Ochanda, KTN in Nairobi.